Hi guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're absolutely welcome. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Pelumi Agboola. I'm a Nigerian creative based in Canada. First things first, I want to say thank you guys so much for the love of my relocation vlogs, the travel prep vlog, and the actual travel vlog. Like, thank you guys so much. A lot of people subscribed. I'm at 360 something subscribers now. Like over 20 people subscribed from watching those two videos. So I'm so grateful. If you haven't watched those relocations videos, you probably check it out. It's pretty good. Even if I say so myself, I'm still on the journey to get 500 subscribers, but I'm so grateful for the support so far. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, please like this video. This video is going to be really helpful for people who want to relocate to Canada. I'm going to be sharing my process, how I did it, from school application to visa application, and just general tips that will help people who have dreams of studying in Canada. Now, this video may not be applicable for those who want to enter through permanent residency or the express entry pool, because I came in as a student or a work visa. I can only share what I know. I can only share my own experience. Capish? When you're able to start a project and you can see that project finish successfully, that's how this whole relocation journey was. It was like a project to me. And a funny story was that I actually wanted the UK. So I applied to two schools in the UK. I applied to the University of Hull and University of Bradford. University of Hull because there's a girl I follow on Instagram, Tobechuku. She said that it's a really cheap school and it's a good school. And University of Bradford because T-Saint is a Nigerian cinematographer based in the UK. We've worked together on some project and it was like, but when it comes to Bradford, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I got admission into these two schools, but I didn't proceed with the application because things were just happening. One, my brother just said, why don't you just consider the Canada? But I was like, which one is Canada? Then the second thing that happened was that randomly from nowhere, my pastor, my Zuma pastor just comes to me like, me, this is someone who I'm not told I have plans to travel. So let me, why not just consider moving to Canada? It might be a good place for you. Okay, then the one that busted my brain was a random stranger. Him and I were at a police station. Long story that I'm never going to tell. It was a mediation issue. We're not in trouble or anything. The policewoman who was keeping a very straight face and dealing with us and treating the whole matter, when we were wrapping up, she just turned to me and was like, this guy, I don't know why I'm saying this, but apply to Canada. Like, I think you should go there. And this is someone who was giving me straight face all through. Then all of a sudden, she's saying Canada. I'm like, from where? Let's see how this goes. And I decided to do a lot of research. For me, the best part of this relocation journey was the fact that I did it myself. Even though I took help from a lot of people, but the fact that I took charge of my application, I did it myself with God on my side. Like, I'm so grateful. Let's begin with the application process. So I applied to two universities in Canada. I applied to the University of Guelph and I applied to Simon Fraser University. Now, truth be told, I wanted Simon Fraser University. I applied for a course called Interactive Media and Arts, and the application requirements was that applicants should have an experience or background in communications or technology. They didn't say communications and technology. Sadly, I didn't get in. The school didn't give me admission. They rejected me. Let's just put it that way. Then I also applied to University of Guelph for a master's in management, but not just a regular MBA or business management. It was like a management for creative industries. So I'm so happy they gave me the admission. What did I need for the application process? First thing first, I needed like your transcript. First, they will first ask for the unofficial. When they give you admission, they'll ask for the official transcript. And I needed just my regular biodata. They'll ask like for your work experience. I needed my university certificates, your work certificate as well. Then references. Guys, now if you're an undergraduate watching this video and you have plans to relocate, have a good relationship with your professors or your lecturers. Respect them, because not just because you will need them, because it's a good thing to do and you will also need them. You recently graduated, call your lecturers regularly. You might be like, call them for what? Just call them to ask how they are doing. Call them to appreciate them for their efforts in teaching you, because teaching is actually a noble job. Just call, check up on them, and ask for advice. That way, when it's time for you to apply, they will remember you and be willing to write a good recommendation for you. That's what our advice. So, and you need a statement of purpose, very important, explaining why you want to study this course and what this course will do and what you intend to do. Now, if you want a video on how to write a statement of purpose, please let me know. I wrote for people and they got admission. So I'm willing to do a video about it. So let me know in the comment section. Please, if you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe and like this video. Okay, let's go ahead. So after that, after getting the admission to the University of Guelph, the next stage was the visa application. So now you need to excel deeply because the Canada visa application is kind of a bit tough because in 2022 there were a lot of rejections, but it was almost like a 50-50% chance that you will get accepted or rejected, as opposed to the UK that had a higher rate of acceptance. Canada was really strict with their rules. Let's assume that to get the Canadian visa, you need to meet 10 requirements and you meet 9 of 10 requirements, you will be rejected because they want you to have all the requirements. They want you to have everything. The IRCC website is your one-stop shop for anything Canada immigration. I don't want to go into all the minutiae details, but like how much should you have in your account? You want to know that you have enough funds to support your education and support your living expenses. You want to know that you also have intention of moving back home. How do you paint the intention of moving back home? Tell them that whatever course you are applying for, whatever course you are doing, your intention is to come back home to explore and navigate that field. You want to use their world-class teaching experience or world-class academic standard to make yourself a better person. Just show those supporting evidence, present a strong application, convince the visa officer about your application that you have all it takes to study in Canada and you meet all their requirements. Let me just give you the timelines regarding my own application. While I was almost done with my application and I was getting ready to submit, I realized that there was something called upfront medical. Upfront medicals means that you do your medicals before they request for it. So because people who do upfront medicals get their visa faster because instead of the embassy to be saying, we are going to do your medicals, the next, because you've already done it upfront, they just say, congratulations, you got your study visa. So I realized that quite late. So I'd already started working on my application so I just applied for when I was almost done with my application, that's when I applied for upfront medicals. But all the dates were booked. Every because IOM attends to US, Canada, UK. Like so, IOM gets really full because there are only two registered centers for doing medicals in Lagos, and that was IOM and Q Life. Q Life was on the island, IOM was on the mainland, and I lived on the mainland. So the nearest available dates they gave me was 20th of April. That date was not given; it was far. So I went ahead and I submitted my visa application on the 6th of April. And I did a little bit of inquiries on how I can move my medical date forward. And I got the information which I'm going to share with you guys. So if you've gotten the offer letter from your school, you can attach that and send a mail to IOM requesting for an earlier date. The thing is, a lot of people just book in advance, but they've not even gotten any offer letter from any school yet. So if they see that, they will take your application seriously and they'll be able to shift your date. So they shifted my dates from the 20th of April to the 11th of April, even though I'd already applied. I was told that even though I'd already applied, I could always attach it later to my application through a web form. So I went ahead to do my medicals on the 11th of April. Immediately after submitting my application on the 6th of April, I also got the feedback to go and do my biometrics. But then again, like a lot of people are leaving, so the biometrics dates were filled up, and the closest date was the 13th of April. So I did my medicals on the 11th, then on the 13th, I did my biometrics. Then after your biometrics, what do? You begin to wait and wait and wait and hope and pray. From the information on the Telegram groups, it told me that it's a good thing if your application is taking a little bit of time because people who get rejected quickly. If anyone who applied or who is planning to apply, just calm down and pray that everything goes smoothly. On the 21st of April, I got a mail that I passed my medical. So it didn't really say you passed your medical. So it was like an attachment of my medical results, and I saw everything. I had grade A here, grade A here, and I had one grade B. On the 8th of May, I got a message on my email that, oh, there's been an update on your application. So I ran and checked. It was not the visa, but it was that they didn't see my passport. Or no, they could not open my passport. And I'm like, the devil is at work. The devil is a liar. Why won't they see my passport? Maybe I made sure that everything was quality and like I didn't over compress my files so they could view everything. So they were like, I should send in my passport in the next in within 3 working days, or they will count it that I'm not serious with my application, or I will forfeit my application. I was like, that night I saw the email, I sent my passport again through a web form. A day or two after, I got a mail that they've received. Like when I'm expecting the mail that visa has been approved, I got another mail that, oh, we've received your passport. I'm like, can you just tell me already? Then I waited and waited again. Then, to God be the glory. On the 30th of May, I got my passport request. Passport request means come over and submit your passport. I was so excited. On the 1st of June, I ran to VFS office, submitted my passport. Yeah, so on the 9th of June, you will know these dates based on what's on your portal. On 9th of June, my passport was stamped with the counterfoil. On the 15th of June, I collected my passport, my stamped passport. So it's great to be in a place where the system works and that thrives on diversity. So it's such an inclusive place, and I'm so excited with the decision I made to move. Even though it came late, like 2 months, like delay is not denial. My advice is like seek out information. If you can't afford an agent, there's lots of free information on YouTube. Just Google how to apply for a study visa, how to estimate the purpose. I know that those who are working full-time jobs on a full flight 9 to 5 is going to be really tough to keep abreast of all these things, but you can do it. You really don't need an agent, really. But if you feel like you can't do it yourself, then by all means take an agent, but please still take control of your application. Know what is going on. Write your own statement of goals by yourself. It's very important. That's my tip for everyone. The information is already there. Just follow it. That's what I did. That's really what I did and how I did it without an agent. And I'm so grateful that I got it in one attempt. So I'm really excited that I'm in Canada. Like, this will be really great for me as a content creator. So like, let me know, guys. Let me know in the comment section. What would you like to see from me? Do you want to see like a tour of my school? Do you want to see like a city vlog? Like, thank you guys so much for watching. This like wraps up the entire. Guys, you will not believe my camera went off when I was about to do my outro. The struggle is real. Please help me. Subscribe to my channel. Guys, it takes a lot to channel content on a 64 gig iPhone. See you guys in my next video. Until then, bye. Subscribe. Well, bye. That better be good. I hope you recorded successfully.